What is up? This is Mikhail with Hustle System, where art meets commerce. Today we are in Simonstown, South Africa, and in this video we're going to be talking about the silence of the mind and the internal struggle. Now, as you can see behind me here with the fog and the lighting and the bleakness that is in the environment, I was actually going to not film this video, but as you can also see from the location, there's something very beautiful and yet very haunting about the place that I am standing here. There's a lot of contention, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of struggle that goes into creating an environment like this. And so I had to pause and ask myself the question of, what can we do here? What can we dial into that would help you as a learning lesson out of this experience? We're driving up and down Cape Town looking for beautiful shots, and the weather's not really leading up. And so I thought, well, what do I always preach? Why don't I practice what I preach here? And rather than trying to, wiggle out of a situation, why don't I find the best of it? Why don't I make the most of it? Why don't I create something that's unique? And as an entrepreneur, that's truly the place that you have to go to in your mind, is irrespective of the environment around you. What can you dial into? So the topic's going to be the silence of the mind. In that, as you stand here, we're just going to pause for a brief moment. And we're going to look out on these boats and on this little harbor. We're in this small little town in South Africa. And the silence of the mind means to find peace, to find calm amidst the chaos. Because running a business can be very, very stressful, and it can be very intense, and it can be very intimidating. You have multiple things going on at the same time. You have to manage a team, you have to sell products, you have to manage accounting, and often it is very difficult to find a state of calm. We are caught in such a state of chaos and productivity and forward momentum that we forget to silence and quiet the mind. And that's going to be the challenge for this video, is to focus on your breath, to focus on the stillness, to focus on the calm, rather than focusing on being busy and getting more done. Maybe ask yourself, when was the last time that you took some time for yourself? When was the last time that you simply existed without having to have thoughts, without needing a bullet point checklist, without having to have a set of action steps moving forward? When was the last time that you got to just be? Just exist? Because you don't act yourself into entrepreneurship, you are an entrepreneur. It's a state of being. It's not something you necessarily do, it's something you are. And I think so many of us get caught up in the doing that we forget to dial into that essence of what makes ourselves great as human beings, what makes us great as business leaders, and what truly resonates with our clients, our customers, our coworkers on a true human, personal level. So the silence of the mind, take a moment to quiet yourself, to zen in, and you'll feel the buzz, you'll feel the electric refrigerator hum of anxiety, of things that you need to do, pulling away at you, sucking away your energy. But push them out, just like the fog. Be still, be calm, simply exist. And what you're going to notice is an internal conflict between wanting to be at peace, wanting to be happy, and coming up with an excuse not to be. And this is the true internal struggle that we all face. I face this, you face this, every human on the planet faces this. Desire for happiness, for joy, for a sense of belonging and a sense of acceptance in the world. And yet there's another side of us that says that we can't have that. And since we're in Cape Town, South Africa, you would understand that there's external struggles and internal struggles, right? The external struggle is evident in every little rock on this walkway that we have here, in every single ship that we have down in the harbor, in every single drop of rain that comes down. There's always two sides to every story. And I want you to ask yourself, what side is going to win for you? Is it the side that brings you joy and brings other people joy? Or is it the side of stress, anxiety, and constant buzziness and worry and this anxiety that proliferates itself throughout the entrepreneurial community today? Because there's always more Facebook ads, there's always more funnels, there's always more products, there's always more money to be made. But so often we forget to embrace the silence of the mind and to look at our internal struggle from a new perspective, from a clearer lens, because it freaks us out. So it's a simple video today, but hopefully it gets to your brain thinking along the lines of, well, when was the last time that I took some time to just be me and not apologize, not make excuses, not justify existence, but simply exist without an agenda, without a game plan, without this necessity to go and accomplish something or set a KPI that you have to hit for yourself. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and said, hey, this is me, and I am happy with where I am and who I am, and I belong here on this planet? Because I truly believe as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you can't really get results in your life until you do that, right? Everything's coming from a different place. And as soon as you can dial into that silence, that quiet, there's a certain sense of zen and peace and stability that comes from that you can't really put a price on it. There's no amount of coaching or masterminds or mentoring programs that are going to get you that inner sense of happiness, of peace, and of tranquility that's going to let you take better actions in your business. You're going to be more calm. You're going to be less affected by circumstance. You're going to be able to blaze through barriers at ease. You're going to be able to maintain momentum consistently. So, simple video, but that's the challenge for you. Sit for 5 minutes and focus on your breath and quiet your mind and ask yourself the question of, what am I being today in this moment? Who is the human that I am? What do I represent? And quiet your mind, let go of all of those extraneous things that you have to do. Dial into that internal conflict that's constantly pushing and pulling you in two different directions, and calm it down. See if you can be here now with us today, together. As always, this is Mikhail with Hustle System, where art meets commerce, coming to you today from Simonstown, South Africa. As always, if you like the video, please like the video and comment below. What are some things that you struggle with when it comes to your internal conflict? Maybe it's a limiting belief that you have about success. Maybe it's a desire that you have to achieve something that's so big it scares you. Maybe it's something else. Comment down below. As always, this has been Mikhail with Hustle System, where art meets commerce. I will see you in the next one.